morning, guys. How are you? I hope you've had such a good week, and I hope you are ready for Bible class because we are about to have an awesome Bible class as we always do, right? Okay, I think we should start off with singing about our little fuzzy caterpillar. What do you think? Okay, get your caterpillar out. Got it? Ready? Fuzzy caterpillar wiggled up the tree. He wiggled long, he wiggled short, he wiggled right at me. I put him in a box. Don't go away, I said. And when I opened up the box, it was a butterfly instead. I could never make one, not even if I tried. Only God in heaven can make a butterfly. Good job, guys. That song is so awesome, isn't it? Remember, only God can make all of the crazy stuff we see every day. God makes that for us so we can see it and we can enjoy it. And isn't that just so cool? I think it's awesome. I think we should sing about the round, round sun. Can you get your round, round sun out? Get it out. Stretch those arms. Ooh. Okay, are you ready? God made the round, round sun. God made the tall, tall trees. God made the birds that fly away. And God made me. Let's do that one more time, okay? God made the round, round sun. God made the tall, tall trees. God made the birds that fly away. And God made me. Good job, guys. I think we should do one more, and we haven't done this one in a little while. So, may have to refresh ourselves, okay? How about we sing about the wise men? Do you guys remember the wise men song? Yeah? Okay, are you ready? The wise man built his house upon the rock. The wise man built his house upon the rock. The wise man built his house upon the rock, and the rains came tumbling down. Oh, the rains came down as the floods came up. The rains came down as the floods came up. The rains came down as the floods came up. And the wise man's house stood firm. But the foolish man built his house upon the sand. The foolish man built his house upon the sand. The foolish man built his house upon the sand, and the rains came tumbling down. Oh, the rains came down as the floods came up. The rains came down as the floods came up. The rains came down as the floods came up. And the foolish man's house went splat. So build your house on the Lord Jesus Christ. So build your house on the Lord Jesus Christ. So build your house on the Lord Jesus Christ, and the blessings will come down. Oh, the blessings come down as the prayers go up. The blessings come down as the prayers go up. The blessings come down as the prayers go up. So build your house on the Lord Jesus Christ. Good job, guys. That one is always just so much fun, isn't it? Okay, are we ready for our story this week? I know I am. This one is a little different than what we've been talking about. So do you remember how last week, what did we talk about? Remember, Joshua is the leader of the Israelite people after Moses died, and they're in the promised land, and there was these big scary people, right? And there were the gigantic walls. Do you remember what it was called? the walls of Jericho. Do you remember that? And God, he had them do something crazy, right? So that the walls would fall down. What did they do for the walls to fall down? Oh, that's right. They walked around the walls one time for 6 days. And then on the 7th day, they walked around it 6 times. Do you remember that? That was just crazy. And then they blew their horns and they shouted, and the walls just came crashing down. Do you remember? So, this story that we're going to talk about, they're in the promised land now, okay? And the Lord has begun to pick people out of his chosen people, right? And he's called these people judges, and they are there to lead the people. So today we're going to talk about one specific judge named Deborah and how she helped God's army win a battle. So when we open up our Bibles, we read about Deborah in Judges chapter 4 all the way through chapter 5 in the Old Testament, okay? And so God's people, when they came to talk to Deborah, she was always underneath a palm tree in the mountains. And she was called a prophetess, which just means that God would tell her what to say to his people. So it was kind of like when God spoke to Joshua and to Moses. Do you remember that? Yeah, so if people wanted to know something from God, they would go to Deborah and she would ask God, and then she would tell the people what he said. So one day, a man named Barak. Can you say that? All right, Barak. So Barak comes to Deborah because God has something to tell Barak. So Deborah, she tells Barak that God wanted him to lead an army and that God would win the battle. That's kind of scary, isn't it? God just picks you out and tells you that he wants you to lead his army. And so Barak tells Deborah, I will go if you will go with me. But if you won't go with me, then I won't go. And Deborah says, I will surely go with you. So Barak leads this army of Israelites to the side of a mountain and he camps there, okay? And the Canaanites, they were these people, they were fixing to go to war with the Israelites, okay? So the Canaanites, they hear this and they begin to go towards the Israelite camp. Oh no. Well, the Canaanites, they're moving quickly and they have these really fast horses and these big chariots, and the Israelites don't have anything like that. So the Canaanites are rushing quickly towards the Israelites. They're going to get them while they're camped. And they're crossing this big dried up riverbed. Do you know what a dried up riverbed is? So think about, there's a big river, and if it's full of water, but all the water is gone. It's dried up. And so now you have this hard dirt, okay? But at the perfect time that these Canaanites were crossing this riverbed, God sent this gigantic rainstorm over the Canaanite army. And it rained so hard and so fast that the Canaanites' chariots got stuck. Why do you think they got stuck? Because that riverbed, it turned into this gross, yucky mud. And it was so thick that the horses' feet were stuck in it and they couldn't pull them out. And the chariot wheels, they were stuck in it and they couldn't get out. And so it just happened too quickly. And what a mess. Ew, gross. But this was good for the Israelites, right? For God's people. So Deborah shouted to Barak, go, God has made you the winner. The Canaanite army couldn't fight. They couldn't go away. They couldn't get away because they were all stuck in this muddy riverbed. What? So Deborah and Barak won the battle because they believed that God would have victory. And he did. How cool is that? I just think that is so neat. So Deborah is this woman who can talk to God because she was specifically picked out of God's people. And she helps Barak win this battle because God was going to win it for them. And he did. Isn't that so cool how he does these crazy things for us? I think that's so awesome. Okay, well, guys, we only have a couple more weeks together. I'm so sad. But it's okay because we're going to have a great time while we have these couple weeks, okay? So next week, we're going to talk about Gideon. I'm so excited. And how an angel talks to Gideon. Wouldn't that be crazy if an angel talked to you? I think it would be just insane. So we'll see what happens with Gideon next week. Until then, I hope you have a good week. Be careful out there, and I hope you get some good snow, okay? I love you guys so much. Mwah. Bye.